Muito bem-vindo a mais um episódio do Aprender Inglês Podcast, o melhor podcast para você aprender inglês com conteúdo que se relaciona com o seu dia a dia. O meu nome é André e será um prazer estar com você em mais um episódio onde nós iremos ouvir uma história e fazer comentários sobre ela em inglês. O intuito é que você treine sua capacidade de escuta. Quando você escuta a mesma coisa usando diferentes palavras e diferentes formas de explicação, você desenvolve, você expande a sua capacidade de compreensão do que está sendo dito. De agora em diante, nós iremos para a história e todo o conteúdo será em inglês. Caso você tenha qualquer dúvida, deixe nos comentários. Se você gostou desse episódio, também compartilhe com um amigo que está aprendendo inglês. So, let's go. So, let's listen.
A simple day.
A simple day. The word simple means that it's not complex. It is simple. Simple, not complex. A simple day.
Linda wakes up at 7 o'clock. The morning sun is bright in her bedroom. She feels happy and ready for the day. She stretches her arms high.
It says, Linda wakes up at 7 o'clock. It's the time she wakes up. What time do you wake up? Do you wake up at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, at 6 o'clock? So wake up is when she opens her eyes. The morning sun is bright in her bedroom. So the light of the sun is shining, is bright, is inside her bedroom. She feels happy and ready for the day. So she's feeling happy and ready for the day. She stretches her arms high. So she's feeling happy and ready for the day. And she stretches her arms high. Stretch is when you are, like when you wake up and you open your arms up and you move them as far as you can, you are stretching. Also, when you go to have some exercise, when you go to the gym or before running, usually people stretch their muscles. It prevents them from injuries, from getting hurt. So stretch.
Linda goes to the kitchen. She wants a hot drink. She makes a cup of coffee. The kitchen is very quiet and clean.
Linda goes to the kitchen. She wants a hot drink. She makes a cup of coffee. The kitchen is very quiet and clean. So it says that she goes to the kitchen, the place in the house where we cook and usually where we eat too. She wants a hot drink. She does not want a cold drink. She wants to have a hot drink, not cold, hot. She makes a cup of coffee. So she makes a cup of coffee. Do you like coffee? The kitchen is very quiet and clean. Quiet is when it's not agitated. It is calm, quiet, and also clean. It is not dirty. It is clean.
Her cat, Pip, comes into the kitchen. Pip is small and hungry. He looks at Linda and meows. Linda smiles at him.
Her cat, Pip. So the name of Linda's cat is Pip. Pip comes into the kitchen. So it walks into the kitchen. Pip is small and hungry, so he needs to eat. He is hungry. He looks at Linda and meows. So the word meow is just like in Portuguese, the same idea. So he looks at Linda and meows. Linda smiles at him. So Linda smiles. She moves her mouth in a way that expresses happiness. She smiles at him.
Linda sits at her small desk. She opens a clean notebook. She writes her to-do list for the day. She likes to be organized.
Linda sits at her small desk. She opens a clean notebook. The word desk is like a table. Usually, a table is where we eat, where we sit with other people. And a desk is where we work, where we study. So a desk is usually a smaller or thinner table. So she sits at her desk and she opens a clean notebook. It is clean, it's not written in it. It's clean, a clean notebook. She writes her to-do list. So Linda writes her to-do list for the day. So she gets a pencil or a pen and she writes down her to-do list. The to-do list is a list with the things you have to do in the day. So it's the list of your tasks for the day. She likes to be organized. So Linda likes to be organized. And you, do you like to be organized or not really?
Pip wants to help Linda work. He jumps onto the desk. Linda catches her pen before it falls. She smiles at her naughty cat. Linda.
So it says that Pip wants to help Linda work. So Pip wants to help Linda. He jumps on the desk. So the cat jumps on the desk. Linda catches her pen before it falls. So Linda catches, she gets her pen before it falls on the floor. She smiles at her naughty cat. So Linda gets the pen before it falls on the floor and she smiles at her cat. She smiles again. She is not angry or not mad at the cat because the cat was playing. She just smiles.
Linda puts on her gray coat and her shoes. She leaves her apartment. She walks to the park near her home. The trees are tall.
Linda puts on her gray coat and her shoes. Put on is when you get something and you put on you. When you dress yourself with something. So she gets the coat using her hands and she puts it on her. And also she puts the shoes on. Shoes we wear in the feet. So she puts the shoes on. She leaves her apartment. So she goes out. She goes to the street. She leaves her apartment. She walks to the park near her home. She walks to the park. So she goes like moving her legs, walking to the park near her home. The trees are tall. The trees in the park are tall. They are very high. They're tall. Is there a park nearby your house? And if there is a park nearby your house, do you like to walk in the park nearby or not so much?
At the park, she sees her friend, Eris. Eris is sitting on a wooden bench. He has a book in his hands. He sees Linda and waves.
At the park, when she is walking, she sees her friend, Eris. So Linda is walking at the park and she sees Eris. Eris is sitting on a wooden bench. The word wooden is the material of the bench. The bench is made of wood. Wood is the material we extract from the trees. It is actually the tree trunk used, it's the wood. So Aries is sitting on a wooden bench. He has a book in his hands. So Aries is holding on his hands a book. He sees Linda and waves. So when he sees Linda with his eyes, he waves with his hands. He moves his hands saying hi. That's the wave.
Linda and Eris talk about their week. Eris tells a very funny story. They laugh together under the sun. It is a nice afternoon.
So Linda and Eris talk about their week. They have a conversation, sharing things about the week. Eris tells a very funny story. So he tells something funny that happened. So Aries shares, Aries speaks about a funny story, a funny thing that happened. They laugh together under the sun. So they laugh together under the sun. It is a nice afternoon. So the afternoon is nice. It is a nice afternoon.
Linda goes home in the evening. The sky is dark now. She opens her door and sees Pip. Pip is waiting for her in the hallway. Linda goes.
All right. So Linda goes home in the evening. So we have the morning, the afternoon, the evening, in night. So the evening is the end of the day after the afternoon. So Linda goes home in the evening. She spends the afternoon there at the park. The sky is dark now. So evening is when the sky is dark. She opens her door and says, so she opens her door, the door of the apartment, and sees Pip. Pip is the cat. Pip is waiting for her in the hallway. So when she opens the door, Pip is waiting for her.
It is time to sleep. Linda reads her book in bed. Pip sleeps at the end of the bed. It was a very good, simple day.
It is time to sleep because it's the evening. So it's time to sleep. Linda reads her book in bed. So Linda gets a book and she's reading the book in bed. Pip sleeps at the end of the bed, sleeps on the floor at the end of the bed. It was a very good, simple day. So it was a very good and simple day. And that's the story of a simple day with wake up time, morning coffee, walking to the park, planning for the day, and getting ready to sleep. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.